Here we are, case, cluster, boom. Look at this, to go from where it sort of hit the first 100 cases outside, across the world, where this is actual total world data. But look, it took a month and a half to get to the first 100,000 cases. And then we added another 100,000 cases in 12 more days. And now we've eclipsed, we're adding this next chunk of cases here. This next 50,000 cases is just 48 hours, right? It's just astonishing how quick that's going. So we're just adding tons and tons and tons of cases here.
Welcome to Ohio Survival News. Today is Friday, March 20th, 2020. The time is approximately 10:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and we're broadcasting live from my parents' basement. As usual, we lead tonight's broadcast with the Ohio Department of Health's updated as of 2 p.m. today statistics on the number of cases of the Chinese coronavirus here in Ohio, county by county. Cuyahoga still has the largest amount of confirmed cases at 69. Nice. The state's capital county of Franklin comes in second with 14. The suburban Cincinnati County of Butler is third with 12 cases. Suburban Cleveland counties of Lorain and Summit both have 10 cases each. Youngstown's Mahoning, I think I pronounced it right that time, Mahoning County and Cincinnati's Hamilton counties, they both have 7 cases each. Suburban Cleveland County of Medina and Canton's Stark County, they both have 6 cases each. Trumbull County and suburban Cleveland's Lake County each have 3 cases. And Belmont, Coshocton, Delaware, Lucas, and Warren, they all have 2 cases each. Ashland, Ashtabula, Clark, Dark, Geauga, Huron, Marion, Miami, Montgomery, Richland, Tuscarawas, and Union counties all report 1 case each. Clark County Health Commissioner Charles Patterson has announced that the county is in high planning, quote unquote, to open up new testing sites in Clark County, but did not disclose any details on them. Currently, the only testing facility in Clark County is located at Springfield Regional Medical Center's Emergency Department. In crime news, Dayton police are reporting an armed robbery at a CVS pharmacy located on West 3rd Street, and that occurred shortly after 1 p.m. The robber was reported to have worn a surgical mask and fled with an entire cash register. Miami University, the University of Dayton, Sinclair, Wright State, Ohio State University, and Clark State have all canceled or postponed indefinitely their graduation ceremonies. Only Clark State has announced a new date for their graduation ceremony, and that has been planned for August 15th. Torrential rainfall across the state has left many areas flooded. Licking County was hit especially hard, and some residents on Heath were forced to evacuate as waters raised. Also, I know there were some rescues in Newark, Ohio as well. State Route 142 connecting West Jefferson to London was closed, and State Route 42 across from the penitentiary just north of London there was flooded, along with parts of downtown London. The complete list of road closures is quite long and includes several parts of I-70, 270, and 71 in Franklin County. And I will post a link to that in the description from Ohio Department of Transportation. In national news, Reuters reports that U.S. utility companies supplying electric, oil, gas, and nuclear power are stockpiling food, utensils, beds, laundry products, and personal hygiene supplies. This move comes as these power companies move to require essential staff to begin living on site. Following the closure of the U.S. and Canadian border, U.S. and Mexico today announced that their southern border, our southern border, is closing to non-essential travel. Tonight's news night was a little slow. There's not a whole lot of information being reported currently by the normal local news channels that I follow. So we'll see if a lot of things explode over the weekend. But I do want to let you know about what's going on in Redding, California, up in the northern part of the state there. Their city had to release a public statement desperately begging their residents to stop ripping up pieces of clothing and wiping their filthy assholes with that and then flushing it down the toilet. So here's to you, Redding, California, really showing us the way not to handle the coronavirus. Thank you. Okay, we're going to end tonight's broadcast with a little bit of an editorial for myself. We're seeing something going on with our country right now that goes far beyond the coronavirus, that goes far beyond the economic distress that we're going under right now. Our country is totally different from the country that it was a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And it's not even that it's totally different, by happenstance. This is all by design. The economy was already built on unstable foundation before these supply and demand disruptions that we've seen so far. And right now, you're having nearly every single industry in the American economy coming to the government and asking for a bailout. And they're getting it. The Fed is printing trillions of dollars, and they already have done that just in the first week of this. And we're not, anyone that thinks this is a speed bump or something, or there's even these idiots that are saying like, it's not a recession yet, we might go to recession. They're all fucking idiots. It's not recession. We're going into a global Great Depression. I mean, this is going to make the Great Depression of, 100 years ago. It's going to rival that. It's going to be bad. And there's all these things going on right now. The coronavirus, that's the scapegoat. Any system that is predicated on interest, on cash, and interest on interest, any system that revolves around usury is immoral, and it's also not going to sustain itself. Our ancestors knew this. That's why you can look through any religion. You can look through Judaism, Christianity, Islam, you can look through Buddhism. They all prohibited usury. That was something that our ancestors went through. They knew that. We went through these cycles, these busts and everything. And the people in power, the Rockefellers, I don't know, you name any kind of fucking family name you want that, well, not any family name, I guess, but, these people that are in charge, and I'll get into who's in charge later. I'm not going to do it on this show, but these people that are in charge, they know what's going on. They know these cycles are not sustainable. And what we're seeing right now, these companies are not getting bailouts. I mean, that's what they're, saying they are, but no. What it is, it's a complete nationalization of all these industries. The government is coming in and acquiring these companies. They're giving them debt relief, and they're taking control of these companies in exchange for that. So that's what's happening. And look at, do you really think we're going to have an election in November? I don't think we're going to have any more elections. I think elections are done. And I'm not even opposed to that. I've never been a big fan of democracy. I have no problem with that. I think Trump's going to be president for life. Look at the Democrats kissing his ass now. Everything's come into alignment, full alignment here. And we're seeing the rise of the new America. It happened. We weren't paying attention. It happened. The Fed's printing all this fiat currency. And that's what we're getting. We're getting bailouts. But they're not bailouts. They're takeovers. Disguised as bailouts. And that's the future we have. We have a nationalized future. We have a national socialism that's taking over this country. And that's what that is. You can say whatever you want. And I'm not, in me describing this, I'm not passing any judgments. I'm not passing any morals on any of this. I'm just saying that this is what it is. The merger of corporation and government. That is National Socialism. That is what fascism is. Everyone thinks fascism is, fucking calling minorities bad words or something. That's not what fascism is. Fascism is a very specific thing. And that's what it is. It's the merger of nations and corporations. So, you can love it, you can hate it. Either way, I don't care. It's not really a concern of mine, but I'm letting you know this is what's going on here. We have a fascist USA now. And again, I'm not passing judgment on that one way or the other. And we have a president who's going to be president for the rest of his life. And I'm predicting right now that there will not be any more elections. If there are elections, they're going to be done through Facebook, through Google, and they're going to not be, they're not going to be true. It's going to be a banana republic from here on out. That's what we have. These are my predictions. Come back in November and tell me if I'm wrong or right. I'm hoping I'm wrong. Honestly, I'm hoping I'm wrong. But
Americans declare looting amid lockdown. Load these guns up. We're about to start looting. Corona Loot Crew apparently is the hashtag. Load these guns up. We're about to start looting. So when are we going to start looting? When does the looting start? When is looting going to start? I need new things. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm not going to read that one. Can't wait to start looting when this Corona S really gets out of hand. Going to start looting if Corona gets too crazy. At one point, does the Corona shut down and I start looting Walmart, things like this. Now, there are, in several countries across the world, looting has already begun. There are videos that show looting fights breaking out in supermarkets in London and Paris.